Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Artists of Color. And I am your host, Elaine Hall-Corbin. Nice to have you with us today, and I'm very happy to be with you today. Today, I have a really special guest. My guest happens to be the co-owner, I call him the owner, but hey, of our new restaurant that I love immensely, Dudley Cafe. And the co-owner, as he tells me, is Biplaw Rai. Biplaw, I'm so glad you came.
Me too.
Yeah, I had to just drag you in.
And it only took us 3 months.
Yes, it did. 3 months to do this.
Yeah.
And I'm glad I got together with you.
Yeah.
I really am. And I want everybody to know you gotta come to Dudley Cafe. It's my favorite spot. I live in there all the time. You know, it's like, I don't know what I'm gonna do without them if they should ever leave, but they're not going anywhere. So we're gonna talk to Biplaw, and he's gonna tell us a lot about the cafe. And he's gonna begin by telling us, Biplaw, tell my audience, where are you from and how you got to Roxbury?
Right. So I was born and raised in Nepal. I moved to United States right after 9/11 for school.
Right after 9/11?
Yep.
Whoa.
Not a good time to.
You are not kidding. That was not a good time at all.
But I had applied for a university in Missouri, in Missouri.
Missouri.
I went to undergrad in Truman State University, studied political science for 4 years.
Political science?
Right. And then I had my connection to Boston, I had a family member, a host family in Cambridge. Their son lived with my family when I was in Nepal. So we kind of had a sort of exchange going on. Right.
Going on. Nice.
Yep.
So when you came to the United States, when you went to the university, what was the name of that again?
Truman State.
Truman State. And you did what? You did political science? Why did you do political science?
I was always involved in politics, or that's what I liked.
Okay, all right.
Politics and history was my major.
I'm a history buff too.
Yeah.
I love history. It's really great.
But my connection to Roxbury, so
Yes.
my business partner, Solomon,
Yeah.
he lives in Roxbury.
Oh, he does?
Yeah,
I
just
didn't know
down the
that.
street on Moreland.
Oh, I know Moreland.
Yep,
I have a friend of mine that lives on Moreland.
yep. So he's been there for 30 years, and he owns Shanti Restaurant in Dorchester, Rosendale, and there's a new one in Kendall.
Well, wait a minute. Shanti Restaurant. I always see that truck
Yes.
in Dudley at
Yes.
your restaurant.
Yeah.
Really?
So that's all.
Now that's why I'm confused.
So that's all under one company.
Oh, so is Dudley Cafe under that same company?
Right.
What is he doing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Under the same company.
Oh, all right.
So it's our sister
So tell
restaurant.
me, yeah.
And I've known Solomon for 7, 8 years. A lot of my friends have worked for him.
Oh.
And I've always been involved with cafes and restaurants. And he was looking for a business partner, so that was our meeting point.
Really? Oh, fantastic. So so how did Dudley Cafe become a separate name from Shanti?
Shanti.
Now, is Dudley Cafe totally different from Shanti?
It's under the same company,
Uh-huh.
but it's different entity.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
what I wanted to know
right.
about the entity.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit, what made you come to Roxbury?
So Sal, I mean, in Dudley Square,
Yeah.
there are no cafes,
No.
a sit-down place. So they had been thinking about this concept for a long time.
Yeah.
So I guess it was the right timing. They were looking for local businessmen
to come in and...
Right.
Yeah, and they have been for a while.
Right, yeah. So
Yeah.
Saul was a perfect fit. He'd been in community for 30 years. He had ran, 3 restaurants and another restaurant in Cambridge. It used to be called Naga, a nightclub.
I think I've heard of them.
Yeah, Moksha and Naga. They rebranded it to Monroe.
A friend of mine used to go there a lot, and she told me about
yeah.
that.
So that's him as well.
Oh, it is?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
So let's talk about your I won't say recipes, but let's talk about how you put Dudley Cafe together. And
menus and
your
whatnot.
menus
Yep.
and all your different, oh my God.
Right. So I've been, working in food industry for the last 12, 14 years.
Okay.
So I worked in cafes when I was in college for summer jobs. And right after graduating, there was a recession, so it was really hard to get job into
In that
real world,
industry. Oh,
whatever
yeah.
that is.
Yeah, I haven't figured that out yet.
Yeah, exactly.
And I'm still working on it.
Yeah. So my thought was, why not put my, expertise and
Expertise.
time into something that I've always been doing.
Right.
Now I was like food, people, so that was a good
That was a good fit.
mix. Yes.
Food, people.
People, yes.
That's great.
Yep.
That is wonderful.
And then as far as concept, we try to put Santi's inspiration, which is Indian food,
Okay.
to us in the cafe in some ways.
Oh, okay.
So
How?
most of our rice bowls are inspired by their menu.
So my malala bowl is
Yes.
actually Indian?
Yes.
I love my malala bowl.
So talking about rice bowls, so all the names for the rice bowls
Yes.
are named after strong female
Are you kidding?
characters. Yes. So Malala is Pakistani young lady who won a Nobel Peace Prize last year.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh my goodness.
Michelle Obama. That was is named after.
Yes,
Michelle.
after our wonderful
Frida's
lady.
bowl is named after Frida Kahlo.
Okay.
And then who else we have?
Oh my goodness.
What is it? There's another one.
That is fantastic. There is
Miss
another-
Davis, Angela Davis.
Are you
was named
kidding?
I'm not kidding.
I've
Most
been
people don't know
wondering-
about all these names, but
No, but
Yeah.
Michelle, I wasn't sure about.
right.
But the Malala Bowl, I didn't know at all. But
Right.
Angelo, somewhere in the back of my mind, I thought maybe
Right.
that it was named after
Yeah,
her.
yeah.
Oh my
And
goodness.
same thing with sandwiches. So
So tell me about the sandwiches then.
we have Malcolm's, which is
Yeah, well, that one I
obviously-
figured out.
Exactly. Then we got New Edition, which is from
Yeah, I
the.
figured that one out.
And then what else we got? Dudley's favorite is named after the square.
Oh, okay.
Number 34 is interesting. It's the Big Poppy and Paul
You
Pierce.
kidding
They
me?
both have 34.
Are you kidding me?
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Big puppy. I remember
Yes.
that one. That one now I know I'll never forget that one. That is fantastic.
Yeah, and as far as sandwiches and meat and all, we prepare most of the meat, like pulled pork, we make it in the premises in the cafe.
Oh, okay.
All our roast beef are grass-fed roast beef.
Yeah.
So I work with my friend Andy Carbone, who is a farmer / meat guy.
Okay. I
So
like
he-
a farmer /
yeah.
meat guy.
So what he does is he raises cattle, and
Really?
Yep, and it comes straight to the cafe. Believe me or not. So he raises the cattle. It goes to the slaughterhouse.
Where
He
is it
drives it-
located?
So there's only one slaughterhouse in Massachusetts.
There is?
Yes.
Where's it? Oh, where?
I don't know exactly. It's right out. It's in Western Mass. My
Okay,
guess
so
is.
it's way out.
Right. So he brings the cattle to the slaughterhouse
Okay. So where's his farm at then?
in Western Mass. I don't know the exact spot.
Okay. And
But-
then he brings it to the slaughterhouse.
Yeah, and then I know. And then the roast beef is brought to the cafe.
Oh,
And it's all grass-fed.
and that I like more than
So-
anything.
right.
Because when you came up a few months back and you said, we got hamburgers now.
Yeah,
I said, oh, what? When?
I know. We stopped doing hamburgers though.
You stopped?
Yeah.
Why?
Tasty Burger.
I ain't crazy about Tasty
Yeah.
Burger. I've been in there twice. I'm good.
Yeah, also people
good.
weren't too thrilled about it. But we started doing tacos instead.
Yeah, I know.
So
I
we
haven't
do
gotten a taco
steak
yet.
tacos.
I must get a taco.
Right.
I must
So
get
that's where we get our meat from for the roast beef.
Okay. Wow. Now I noticed you have what is it? You've got those because you get different little dishes that people buy over in your cool chest.
Uh-huh.
And do those come from Shanti?
No, we make it all in
You
the
make
premises. Yeah.
those on the
So
premises.
salads are made in the house every
Okay.
morning.
Oh, okay.
Yep. Wraps
Yeah.
every morning.
Love your wrap.
Then we do granolas, which we make it in the house. We
Really?
we make house-made jam. We make all the sauce that goes in the sandwiches in the house.
You make okay.
Yep.
All right.
We try to do as much as we can. There are some
Okay.
things that you really can't, like mayonnaise. I wish
Yeah.
we could do it, but it's just too time consuming. And
Consuming.
it's, but we try to, do as much as possible.
What are your hours there? I've been
We
meaning
open
to
at 7,
ask.
close at 7
Right.
on weekdays. On weekends, it's 9 to 5.
You changed.
Yes, so it was 9 to 3.
9 to 3.
Winter hour,
Oh, so you changed for the
For the
summer.
summer.
It's 9 to 5.
9 to 5.
Okay, all right.
And our hope is, as we get older and
Be
Dudley
more
Square
known
becomes
in
more
the-
vibrant, then we're
Yeah.
going to stay late on the weekends.
Now, besides that, and I know for a fact,
Uh-huh.
you guys, the restaurant is doing other things besides being a restaurant.
Right. So we do a lot of evening events.
Yes.
And these are all hosted by the community, open for public, and almost all of them are free, except one that's it's a poetry slam. So they charge at the door, but the money goes to the winners.
Oh, well, that's not bad.
Yeah.
That's not bad at all.
So I don't know if we can see it
No,
on the thing,
probably
but
won't be able
we
to.
have a
Is that the new
flyer.
one?
No, we've had this for a while.
I know you
I
have, but I
brought-
wasn't sure because of the summer.
Right.
If that had changed for the
So
change.
this is going to
Oh, talk about the restaurant.
yeah.
There you guys are. I am not in there. I don't know why.
Do you want me
So-
to talk about this for a minute?
For a minute, and then we can talk about the restaurant.
Okay. So first Monday is movie night.
And I have yet to come for movie
Yes.
night. Now, what kind of movies do you have on movie night?
So so Michael Bonds, do you know Michael
I
Bonds?
know Mike-
Yeah, so he's the host.
Michael is doing this?
Yes,
I gotta find him. I
Yeah.
know Michael.
yeah. He's an outreach guy.
Yeah.
He's he's awesome.
I haven't seen Michael in years, but I know Michael
Right,
well.
so Michael, myself, and a few of my staff, we sit down and talk about what movie we play next.
nice.
The last movie was on Guns, Glory, and NRA, which was it was a documentary on how guns are.
Documentary.
Yeah.
I really wish I'd seen that.
That movie was awesome.
I bet it was.
It was good.
Because you know what we
Yes,
talk about.
exactly. The climate of
The guns
right.
and the issues
yes.
that's going on right
and
now.
I think it was perfect timing. We didn't get a huge audience, but
Really?
it's Monday evening. I don't know. People are just getting
Just
home.
home and just going back to
Right.
work.
Exactly. Nobody wants to come out and watch a movie on guns.
I'm not on the movie night. You are not kidding. I don't think I want to do that.
But our first movie we showcased was Love Zones. So that was a hit.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, shoot.
We had a big crowd.
You had a big crowd for that? Great. Oh,
So
wonderful.
first Monday, second Monday, first Tuesday is Poetry Slam by Soup. You know
Yep.
those guys.
Who
Soup.
is Soup? No, I don't know those guys.
Matt Parker,
don't know them.
Dee Dee. I'll introduce you to
I
them.
must have to, I'll have to
Yeah,
come down
they-
because
they-
I don't.
They're very
know
much involved with the community too.
Okay. I'll
They
have to-
are mostly focused on spoken word poetry slam.
Which I'm very,
Yeah.
very into.
And they're awesome. SOUP, it stands for Society of Urban Poets. So if you Google that, you'll find them.
Oh, okay. Oh, all right, then,
Yep.
then I'll find them.
Yep.
Okay.
And then first Wednesday is open mic night, which is free. It's hosted by Hope INC.
Hope.
They started
I
in
know, Hope. Never mind. I know who they
Yeah.
are. I know
they
exactly
started in
who they are.
RCC.
Yep, I know
It used to
exactly
be
who they
Roxbury
are.
Community College, yes. And then second Thursday is Live Words. This is done with Boston Speaks. It's hosted by this group that works on public speaking. They do TED Talks, like prepare people to speak.
Really? Like public speaking?
Yeah.
Okay.
And they have a class, I think in Brookline, and their finals is at the
They-
cafe. So they're
Oh,
not graded, but they
But they get
They
get
get to
out
showcase
there
it,
and
right.
do. Okay.
so it's a little different crowd than
Oh
you
yeah,
you
you've
know.
got your little thingy up there.
Yeah, so that's the events. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Now
That's what we're
these
talking
events that are up now, are those the events that are now going on?
about. Yep. So this
Okay.
is for July and August, I think, or June
Okay.
and July.
Oh,
Yeah.
all right. All right.
Then trivia night. Trivia night is big night actually.
Is it what
Yep.
now? What do you do on trivia night? In other words, what is
Like how do they
your
choose
main
it?
Yeah. How do
Theme.
you choose?
They switch it up every month.
They do.
Yep. On Black History Month, it was on Black History, and usually it's.
Now, what did you
along the
guys
same
do for
line.
this month?
So bad I wasn't there, so.
Oh, jeez.
I know.
Really now? Really now, Biplaw? Okay. That's it.
Fourth Tuesday is poetry reading and writing workshop, which is hosted by Soup. So it's going
They
to be
do
next week.
poetry reading and writing?
Workshop.
Yes.
Yes. It's not a big crowd. It's, small, but they train people to write poems. They edit their work.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I think it's
I
awesome.
need to come down there for that
Yeah.
one, too.
And then last Monday, comedy night.
Yeah.
It's actually getting big. When we started, it was a small
It was
crowd.
small.
Now
I
it's
remember,
getting big.
I
Yeah.
kind of like came through there one night. And
Yeah.
there ain't no
So-
many people in there.
Yep. So that's that. And we do a lot of other events besides these,
How do you, yes, you do, but you also do artists.
Yes.
You always have different artists in there.
Right. So when we first opened, we consciously made an effort to use the space, to maximize the
The
space.
space.
And one way to do is bring artists in from the community.
Community. I thought that was wonderful.
Yeah, it's been working well, and
It's
we've
been
gotten to
working
see a lot of
very-
good work.
And that is so good. Who's in there now?
Right now is Ravi Che. He is from Dorchester, Vietnamese American kid. He did most of our letters, but he does. You should check out.
I'll
his
have
work.
to
It's
come
pretty-
and
it's
look
pretty
again.
good.
Yeah, because I was just in there
Yeah.
today and I wasn't.
Yep.
I'll have to check them
So
out.
we change our artists every month,
Yes, you do.
and then we have a reception for them, either
Okay.
opening night
Right.
or closing night, where
Yeah.
they get to invite their family and friends.
Which is nice.
And I always encourage them to sell their work,
Which is wonderful. I'm
And,
glad you do.
Yeah, and then most of the artists have been pretty lucky about it.
Really?
Almost all. There's been few. If you put a little bit of extra work and
And getting
promote
the-
it, then people will.
Then people
yeah.
will come and people
Right.
will buy.
Especially on opening nights,
Okay.
because
Oh,
that's
all
when you
right.
get to invite your friends and family.
Family, and they
can't
invite
say
their
no.
and they invite their friends.
Right.
There you
So
go.
that's been working out so far. It's pretty easy. You just need to get hold of me, send me an email saying you have your work, and we'll put up on the wall.
Oh, nice.
Just easy
Oh,
as
that's
that.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Now, what other things do you want to do that you haven't tried yet?
Right. So this is we opened up September 14th.
Yep,
so
sure did.
been, this is
I was
running
there.
on 9 months.
I know.
So once we're done with the year, I want to focus and see what we are doing good, what we need to focus on, or what we can do better.
Okay.
So it's the same thing with the events. We might, just focus on few events and make it big and
And bigger.
better.
Have you ever thought, and I'm asking
Mm-hmm.
this question, have you thought about hosting events for other organizations?
Oh yes, definitely. So
know.
ABCD, they do their outreach program for health and women's issue
Yes.
with us. It's
Oh,
not.
they
it's-
do?
Yeah, it's not on flyers and all, so it doesn't happen, on a schedule
Yeah.
per se.
So if someone wanted to come in and say, I would like to do actually a fundraiser
Yep.
event there,
Yep.
would you
Yes,
consider that?
yes, and we have done it.
Okay. You
So
have done it.
last week we did Cape Verdean Father's Day weekend.
Really?
Yeah, they had the whole TV crew, Cape Verdean TV and radio was there.
Oh my.
Yeah,
I
so
didn't know
then-
anything about that.
Yeah, it's posted on our social media. So Facebook and Instagram, you'll find those
Oh,
information.
so I got to pull you up as Facebook because I don't have you on my Facebook.
Ah,
I don't have you on my Facebook. And I don't have you on my Instagram either.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
homework.
Yeah, I always got a lot of homework. Please, every time I turn around.
So
there's
I
new
don't know.
homework.
Just today I talked to Arafat. Do you know him? He's pretty involved in the community too.
I think I know who you mean.
He's working with Boston Public School.
Yeah, I know exactly who you mean.
Yep. They are he's trying to put up a event at Dudley Cafe to work with the high school kids.
Oh, really?
And just kids in general to hone their skills and talents,
Okay.
not just showcase, but to
actually-
critique, So they're going to be doing that quarterly
And they're going to be doing it at the cafe?
at the cafe.
Oh, great.
And it's going to be school kids, focus on school kids.
Any age range? I mean,
No,
are they
they-
going to, so it doesn't matter?
From,
That's what I was going to say.
yeah,
You're
no,
starting-
yes, doesn't matter.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Yeah, because most of these are all centered towards adults.
True, and we
Right.
need something
For the kids.
where you're there and you need
Right.
something for. Now, I remember, and I missed it, you did a Christmas program last December.
We did a Christmas market.
Was that what it was? I missed it. No,
It was called Holiday Market.
that's what it was.
Yeah. Where,
Yeah.
where we invited the local vendors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How did that go?
For the first year, it was good. It wasn't a lot of participation,
Okay.
but the word got out, and I think this year we'll see.
You're going to try it again?
Yeah, and all the artists that has put up their work,
Uh-huh.
we would want them to come back
Oh, yeah.
and have their own table to sell their products.
Beautiful,
Yeah.
beautiful. Oh, that is wonderful. I
And
like
then
it.
on Saturdays and Sundays, we do live jazz brunch.
We got to talk about that.
Yeah. The music starts at 11, ends at 2,
Yep. We gotta talk
and
about it.
all day long you get your brunch.
I know. I like that. There was one change that I will talk about that. You and I talked about that. I mean, I love your menu for your brunch. Have you made any changes? Because I haven't been down there for the brunch lately. But have you made any newer changes? It's still the same? Okay, all right.
Sorry to disappoint you.
It's all right. But that's all right, because you know me. I'll be right down there. Excuse me. No, but I remember when I first came for the brunch, I think I came on a Sunday. Yeah, and I was like, oh, I can eat this. This is really good.
It's pretty quiet in
I
the
noticed
square
that.
on
You've
Saturday and
got
Sunday.
to- yeah, and that's why you're here. We're going to promote this. We're going to talk about the fact that, and I'm glad you're doing it now, talking about the brunch on Saturdays and Sunday. Folks, Saturdays and Sunday, 9 to 3.
9 to 5.
Oh, not on Saturday. Oh,
Said
yes.
9 to 5.
Summer hours. I forgot
Yep.
about the summer hours. But you guys need to come down to the Dudley Cafe and have brunch on Saturdays and Sundays.
With live jazz brunch.
With live jazz music. I love it. I do. I have a great time. Yeah, when I've only been a couple of times.
And now we have the patio open, so
Oh, yeah,
you
when
can
are
sit
we?
outside.
Aha, see what you just did? When are we going to start the barbecue?
So it's funny you
don't think I'd
mentioned it.
forget
Yes,
that.
yes. So we are coming up with barbecue probably in a month.
Okay.
We're testing our recipe right now,
Oh, okay.
so we just gotta go ahead from
Yeah.
the health department. So
Okay, yeah, I know how slow they are.
yeah, so it's gonna take a little time.
I can't wait for that.
Yeah.
You know I can't
no,
wait for
I'm
that.
excited about that too.
You know, see, everybody out there, this is something we've never had, and now we have it, and the square is getting some life into it. And with places like Dudley Cafe, folks need to come out, and be part of them, come and check them out, eat their food like I do, and just get to know the cafe and the folks that work there,
Yeah.
and service us there, and come to some of the events that they have, because I like it. I like their events, because the last event I came to was the two young ladies that sang the jazz. That was really nice.
Yeah.
I like that. I really like
Yeah.
that.
So talking about events, I mean, to carry on that conversation, we had Company One do their We're Gonna Die.
Are you serious?
Yeah, did you, with Obey?
I didn't know anything about that one.
Oh, really?
No,
It was
but I
sold
know
out.
Company One, but
Yeah, so they did, we hosted them.
oh, you
So
did.
it was a traveling theater.
Oh, wow.
That was a good one. And then another big event we did was Blackness in America dinner series.
Really?
Yeah, it was
Gonna do it
Tunde
again?
Wei, who's a Nigerian-born chef based out of Atlanta.
Oh, I think I met him?
Yes, you probably.
I think I
Yeah.
met him one night. Yes.
So he came to Boston and we did a dinner series, and that was a
yes,
big success too.
I did meet him.
So we will be doing more of that
Okay.
in terms of conversation and food.
Oh, wonderful. I like that.
That was Blackness in America. We're thinking about, I don't know, a lot of other hot button topics. per
I
se.
like that.
Right.
Biplaw, ladies and gentlemen, my wonderful audience out there, to artists of color, And my guest today is Biplaw Rai, from one of the co-owners of Dudley Cafe, which is my new home. They've been there since September, and I love the food. Oh, yes. And Biplaw and I, we've been having actually a very great conversation, talking about what's going on in the cafe and what you're doing. And now that brings us to what you see in the square.
Square. So it's obviously it's changing
Very much.
for better or for worse.
Yep.
But we're hoping for
For
better.
the better.
Yes.
We're working on the worst part
Right.
every day.
Yes. So it's changing a little bit. I'm changing a lot for a lot of people.
Yes.
A lot of new faces, obviously.
Yep.
Since the Boston Public Building
Yeah,
is there,
oh,
it brings a lot of
yeah.
new faces. You
Yeah.
know. It's good. It's there. It's a beautiful building.
Oh, I love it.
We hope we utilize it to the fullest.
To the fullest. To the fullest.
Yes. And as far as businesses, Dudley Do is there, which is a great, great, great place, along with Haley House.
Haley
They are
House.
part of Haley House.
Right.
Tasty Burger is there. And then we have a new eyeglass
Yeah.
optometrist.
And we have
store.
the Final Touch, the clothing
Final
store.
Touch. Yes, I forgot
Please
about
don't
them.
forget the.
I know.
You
My
know,
neighbor. How can I?
How could you forget? That's right, your neighbor. Yeah.
Final Touch, yes. So besides us, we haven't seen any other new changes. But
I haven't.
Nubian Nosen is going, they're closing the door soon. But I hear there's a bookstore coming right next to them. So I'm very hopeful for that. I don't know.
Who told you that? That they were closing? We'll talk about
In the
that.
newspaper.
Closing.
Oh, okay. Well, I hope not then.
They're combining things.
Oh, nice.
But they're not going to be closing.
Oh, okay, good. I thought I read it in Banner.
Banner, I know. Banner goofed.
Oh my
See,
God.
I've known the Obdaholics forever.
No, I know, and I see him every day. He comes to the
Yes,
cafe.
I've known these people since before they came to Dudley
Right.
Station.
Well, that's a great news.
Yeah. They're
All right,
closing.
that's good.
Yeah.
So that's awesome news.
That's fantastic news because
Yep.
I've been talking to the family. And that's
Yeah,
all. They're not
I read in
closing.
Banner. That's
We're
crazy.
making changes, but they're not closing.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah,
that's good
I'm
to
very
know.
happy about
yeah,
that.
because they've
'Cause
been there
that's-
forever.
Almost 40 years.
Yeah,
You know? Almost 40 years.
and then we have the Nigerian restaurant,
Which one? The Suya joint?
Suya Joint.
Have you been in there?
I've not. I know I'm
I
bad.
haven't been in there either because every
need to.
time they've been having a lot of issues.
Really?
You know, because when they were supposed to open up in July,
Yeah, it took
that
a while,
didn't work.
yeah.
It took them a while.
Yeah.
And I'm not sure about
Yeah.
them. There's also another restaurant, I don't know if it's open yet, next to Hibernian Hall.
Yeah, the Jamaican. It's a
Oh, yeah, what is it?
restaurant and an ice cream shop, I think.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
See, I didn't know that.
yeah. But yeah, no, it says opening soon for a while.
Okay,
yeah.
well, yes, I noticed every time I drive by there with my girlfriend, that's what I see.
Right. But we need more local businesses. We need flower shop. We need hardware store. We
Yes,
need
we do. We need excuse me.
a
but-
clothing store, like
Yeah,
a boutique
Yeah.
store. We
And
need.
what's that other one? We need a stationery store.
Yes, exactly.
By the way, that's something I've been thinking about in my
Yeah.
head for the past
No,
year
really.
and a half.
Yeah.
That's something I would
Yeah.
like to do.
Yeah, and I think that would make a complete.
There you go.
square.
I think it would too.
Right.
We had a printer in the square for a minute. Yeah, and this is before you guys even
Right.
came. And he didn't last very long
Right.
there. And he ended up moving to Mass and Columbus, so he's down in that area.
Ah.
And I'm assuming he's getting better business because that area is what the Dudley Square area is trying to come into,
Right.
you know. And as we said, as you and I were talking a little bit, gentrification.
Yes, that's the ugly word that nobody
That-
likes to talk, but we should have conversation
I'm
on
talking.
it. Yep.
I'm talking,
So,
you know.
yeah, like it or not, the fabric is changing.
Yes, it is.
It's definitely changing.
Yeah.
And like it or not, cafes are blamed to be the first business that moves into a community where gentrification is happening. And we knew when we got
But
into
you
it,
knew when
we
you-
knew what we were getting into.
Okay. Okay.
But so there were a few things we consciously made effort into, put our effort into. So hiring practices to using local food or local ingredients. So that's things that are in our capacity.
Capacity to be able to use.
Right. So
I
that's what
understand
we're
it.
focusing on. So with that, we partnered up with Madison Park High School.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know
Yeah,
that.
since we opened.
You never told me that.
Yeah, I know a lot of people don't know about it.
Now
But,
tell me.
so we hire their high school students to work for us.
Okay.
They're paid. They're not interns.
Okay.
And right now we have 3.
Really?
2 graduated.
Okay.
I know. They're very sweet. Best workers.
Oh my goodness.
And it's a really good partnership because for them, they have a real-time experience. And for us, we get kids who are actually trained in the food industry.
Food industry. That's what exactly.
And kids who actually want to put, who are
The
actually,
effort.
yeah, into
They want to
being
put the time and the
Right.
effort into wanting to
Right.
do that.
So that's working out really well for us.
Oh, that is beautiful.
So that's
I didn't
one
know
thing
that.
we do. Yeah.
Oh, excuse me.
And most of my employees are all locals.
Oh, great.
And it's a very small team.
I know,
So
it is
Aisha
a
has
small
been,
team.
like, since we opened, we've been all together.
Yep.
But half of my staff, like not half, like 5 of them, we've worked together in our various jobs for the last 6 years.
Really?
Yeah.
You
Like-
know the two, not to interrupt,
Rob?
but you know the two, no, not Rob, the two ladies.
Gloria, Yancy.
I love
Yes.
them.
So we've worked together in our previous jobs before.
They are
Yeah.
beautiful.
Yes.
I love them.
Yeah.
They're so sweet.
Yes.
Okay.
So that's our team. Small. We've worked together for a very long time.
And that, yeah.
Yeah, and I wish we could hire, 20, 30 people at a time, but it's just not
No,
in our capacity.
It's not able to happen at the moment.
But things that we could make change in the community is what we are trying to focus on.
And I like that part. That, to me, that's a mission.
Right.
And that's part of the
Right.
mission and what you're doing.
Right, and I always tell people, do not judge us our first year.
No.
We'll sit down and talk in 5 years from now,
There you
and
go.
then you can, point fingers at me and be like, hey, you are
There you go.
doing
Like,
something
what
right
the
or
heck are
wrong
you
or
doing?
whatever. Exactly.
Why are you doing that? Like,
Right. But
Yeah.
for now, we're trying to put all our effort and energy into, putting our money and energy in the community.
And I like that.
So this is what I tell
I
people.
love that.
Gentrification is going to happen regardless.
Yes, we notice.
We all know it was coming.
Have you noticed that space over there on Washington Street going up when they now have sidewalks and a rotary? It's gated off.
Oh, no.
There's a big fence around it, but that's going to be housing.
Oh, yes. I've heard
And
about
a
it.
lot of it, I was told,
Yes.
is going to be condos.
But also, I heard there's going to be affordable housing with the condos.
I heard that too.
Yeah, but it's yet to be seen.
That's right. That's right.
But these things is hard because they are such a big project.
Yep.
And like normal people, we don't have a say in it.
Like normal people, you're right.
Yeah.
I was at a meeting, see, here we go.
Yeah.
We come in here and we talk about the Dudley Cafe and we go all over the place. But that's what I do. I was at the meeting last night about Northeast Crossing and what's going to happen there, that parcel 3. I don't know if you've been hearing about that or been talking to, people have been talking to you about that. Yeah, and you said, where we don't have a say. I was there last night for the meeting.
Yeah.
And it was the second one they had, and I was so annoyed
Right.
that I got up and left.
Yeah.
Because there's somebody up there that
Yeah.
don't look like you and me.
Yeah.
Up there talking.
Yeah.
Nobody in the back of the room, which is where I was sitting, could
Could
hear
hear.
a word they were saying.
Yeah.
And people in the back kept saying, hey, he needs a mic.
Yeah.
But nobody heard us.
Namesake.
Nobody heard us.
Yeah.
And they talk about what they're doing and what they're going to do in our community. Well, part of that parcel belongs to the Museum of the National Center of Afro-American Artists. It is going to be the Elma Lewis Center,
Nice.
which is my aunt's center, which is up on Walnut Avenue
No,
right
I know.
now.
It's right around
right
where
here,
I live.
right around the corner from where
Yeah.
you live. Okay, down the street
Well,
from
the
where I
Juneteenth
live.
happened last weekend, which I missed it.
I know. Well, there's a thing going on there tonight.
Oh. It's a beautiful building.
Oh, I love that building.
It's beautiful.
I love that. It used to be a home for wayward boys.
No way.
Way back in the 30s and the 40s.
They were living large then.
Yeah, right. But, as we talk about it, it's coming.
Yeah, so it is coming. So
And it's, to me, it's here.
yeah, it is already here.
Yes.
My only issue with this is the city should have talked about it, at least in conversation, long time ago.
Long time ago.
This is after the effect.
Always after the effect.
Yeah.
You know, that conversation should have been had 10, 12, 15 years ago.
Or 30, 40 years ago when Dudley Square was going through
Yes.
changes.
Yeah.
But
Especially when they sat there and watched that building dilapidate
yep,
and had more excuses about what was going to happen to that
Right.
building.
yep,
And then all of a sudden, I remember when they started. I got pictures.
Right.
From the time they started digging. I got the old pictures from the time they
I would like to
started
see 'em.
digging all the way up to when they finished.
yeah,
I said, y'all didn't waste no time getting it done,
right,
but it took you almost 50 years to do it.
right.
Because I remember as a child going into the Ferdinand
Yeah,
building,
yeah,
my
yeah.
mother bought furniture there,
Right.
you know? And then I remembered one day waking up and saying, what happened?
Oh, wow.
You know?
Sad.
It is, it really is. But you're here and you're there. And I like that part. I
Yeah,
like
so
that
my
part.
request for people that in life, people are very quick to judge. You know,
Always.
I do that too, you do that
You
too.
do that, there you go.
But what my request for people when they come to the cafes, do not be taken away by like big windows and new shiny windows
Thank
and
you.
glasses.
Okay.
Come in, try out the things, talk to people.
There you go.
You know, if you don't talk to us, it's hard. You know,
How is?
how would you know what
How
we're
would
doing?
you know?
Right. So don't judge us from the cover.
There you go.
Judge
Yeah,
us
there's
by
that
our
old-
actions.
That's always that old saying. Don't judge a book by its
Yep.
cover.
And
until you
I keep
open it
telling
up and
people,
read.
you know, like, so give you an example. Aisha, one of my employee,
Yeah.
this is sweet,
She
from Roxbury, born and
yeah,
raised, right? So when we talk about gentrification, to me, what gentrification is, what's not a gentrification is when you work in a community, right? You
Yep.
get a paycheck from the cafe,
Cafe.
from the people that invest, you know,
Into
buy
that.
food in
There you
that.
go.
You use that paycheck and you use it back in,
In
the
the
economy,
community.
in the community.
Thank you very much.
So the money floats in the community and it thrives.
Yes, it does.
Versus you have a corporate company, i.e., I won't say the
Whatever.
name of the
Thank you.
cafes. They take the money from the customer,
Yep.
but the money goes to an offshore account
There you go.
or to some other community that we
Community.
have no relation to.
No relationship with it all.
Right. And that's what we should be more
More-
aware
Yeah.
and
I-
warned about.
And you know, and I agree with that because we're talking about the economy and we're talking about community as a whole, and you know, giving back into the
Right.
community. You guys are there, other people are there, and I was like surprised. I didn't know what was coming before you guys came.
Mm-hmm. Right, and-
All I knew is you all were coming, and I kept saying, "So when are they coming?"
And I understand the sentiment because all over America, this is what happens. You take any example, San Francisco, Brooklyn,
Brooklyn.
Bronx,
Okay.
same thing. You know,
Yeah.
new
Chicago,
cafes, restaurants that has no ties to the community.
Community.
That would hire somebody, you know, from a different community
To come
that
in
would-
and work in
to-
your community.
Right, that would use ingredients from a different community.
There you go.
For our produce, actually, while I'm talking on this, all our greens, mixed greens, arugula, all comes from urban gardens up in Roxbury in Blue Hill Corners.
Are you kidding?
Yep.
That is beautiful.
Yeah, radishes, greens, mixed greens. So like I said, we try to use for the greens, you know, in the summer they have bountiful
Yes.
produce. So
Yes.
it's easy for them to supply to us.
Yes, yes.
Once winter comes in, it gets a little tricky and difficult. And that's the
There
picture.
you guys are. Whoa.
There's
now,
Tris
where
and
is
Bobby.
this?
So Tris, and again going back to relationships and whatnot.
Yes.
So Tris and I, we used to work together a long time ago. The guy
Really?
in the red hat.
The guy in the red hat?
Yeah.
You're kidding.
Born and raised in Dorchester.
Wow.
And
Now,
Bobby,
where
same
is
thing.
This?
This is in Blue Hills. It's
Oh,
right
it's
behind.
in the Blue Hills.
Yeah.
I didn't even know there was a
Yeah, there's an urban garden there.
Urban garden there.
It's they changed the name to Urban Gardening Farming Institute.
Oh,
So
really?
they have three plots. I don't know. They might have more than that. But they're awesome guys.
Wow.
They supply their produce to a lot of restaurants and all, and we're one of them.
Oh, that is so great.
So like I said, we try to use the produce that's grown in the community.
Yes.
We
for
try
the
to hire
community.
for the community, exactly.
And you hire from the community.
Right. And besides that, the food is fresh.
You know what yes, and you know what I say on that note? I don't know of any other business in the Dudley Square area that does that.
Thank you.
I really don't.
The Haley House.
Okay, I forgot about Haley House.
Yeah, Haley House has been there for a long
Haley
time,
forever.
yes.
That's true.
Right.
So basically, I think maybe the only two.
Yeah.
I know that Nubian Notion is family owned.
Right.
So the only people that work in there are
Right.
their family.
Right.
I do know that.
Yep.
But I don't.
Yep.
But I don't know. You guys are the second. And I don't know of any other. And I think that is so fantastic.
Thank you.
So wonderful. You guys do a great job.
Thank you.
You really do.
Well, I just got to tag along because I got to promote this now.
Promote it.
Milk that we use is from, it's a hormone-free milk. So it's
Really?
Yep.
Hormone-free milk?
hormone-free milk. It's, no, I'm forgetting the
No,
name
if
of the farm.
I was going to say, is it in?
Thatcher Farm, Thatcher Farm. It's somewhere in Massachusetts.
Okay.
So we use their milk. For coffee, we use Fazenda Roasters, who are from Dedham.
Okay,
It's like
I've heard of them.
2.5
I think
miles,
I've
yeah.
even driven past
Yeah.
them.
And
Oh,
tea
you
is from
guys.
MT, who are based out of Watertown.
Rosenda.
Yep.
Great.
Yeah.
You guys are really, and I'm glad we're having this conversation because I
Yeah.
would have known.
Right. A lot of people don't know about it. I mean, I try to talk to people and all. It's just
Never see, now you've
like
got
with the whole audience.
now you've got a whole
Roxbury
audience
is
out
watching
there.
us right
Everybody's
now.
watching you. Oh my God! And the milk. You were talking about the milk.
Thatcher Farm.
Thatcher Farm.
Thatcher. Yeah.
Okay, I've never heard of them. I'm
It's
doing that.
hormone-free milk, so it really makes a difference. When you drink it,
Yeah.
you feel like you're drinking real milk.
Okay.
Most people don't know milk is not supposed to be white.
Thank you. I do know that. I learned that from my daughter.
There we go. Yeah, it's not supposed to be white.
She's gonna see this and she's
Right.
gonna kill me.
The problem with mass production of food in America is that
They're putting stuff in it to make it look like
Right.
what it really isn't supposed to be.
milk is not supposed to be white. They bleach milk, which most people don't know about it. And same thing with food that you go in Dunkin' Donuts, McDonald's, Burger King, right? They have like 5,000, 6,000 locations. Every time you're getting a same taste and same food. It's impossible. It's humanly impossible to prepare food exactly the same way at every single time.
Thank you very
within under
much.
2 minutes.
You're right.
It's human. You need robots to do it,
There you go.
which is true. So all these big companies
Are using robots.
Say what?
They're using robots.
Yeah,
Some-
they do it.
Some of them have flesh and blood, but
Yes.
they're still using
Yeah.
robots,
Yeah.
and they're using the same recipe right down to the letter.
Yeah, and they make the food in the lab, well, in the beginning,
You're right. In the beginning,
and they do
and then-
testing and see what kicks, what
triggers and what makes it taste
Yeah.
good, what makes it taste
Yeah.
this way. But that is unbelievable.
Mm-hmm.
But you guys are I call you guys very organic.
Thank you.
That's
I
how
would like to
that's
be
how I
100%
see you
organic,
guys.
but we'll get there someday.
Well, I eat your food,
Mm-hmm.
and I like it. There are interesting things. There are. Hey, when I very first had the Malala bowl, and I said, "Oh, this is good." Got veggies in it, and I happen to be a tofu people from way back when.
Right.
I love my tofu. And I found, tofu in there. Oh, I'm good. I'm good. I can do that. Yeah. Oh wow, it is just wonderful that you guys can do that. What are your plans for I won't say what are your plans for the future. I will say, Do you have plans? Do you want to expand?
We do want to expand in future. Right now, we want to concentrate in this project.
But I mean, do you want to expand the space that you're in? Can you see yourself expanding the
Like
space?
at the location right
The
now?
location that
I
you're
think
in.
that's big enough for
You
us
think
right
that's
now.
it, right? Good.
Yeah.
How many people can you fit in that space?
Seating, we have 48 to 50.
Okay, it's in the
Standing, probably 100, easy.
Okay. Oh, all right, because I wasn't sure how many people could
Yeah.
fit in there.
We do host like birthday parties and whatnot for people as well,
Okay.
if you wanted to.
Nice.
Yep.
Oh, that is absolutely wonderful. Yeah. Are you any plans for any new dishes? I'm waiting for new dishes. I want something else like a malala bowl.
Right.
You know me, I'm
We
a
just
malala.
came up with new salad and a couple new drinks for the summer.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay, I'll be down there.
Yeah, try it out.
I'm good.
For the winter, maybe. We're playing around with a few things soon.
I have a question. When do you see you're there 7 days a week? Now that it's summer, you've got
Virtually, yes. Physically, 5 or 6.
Okay, or 6.
7.
That's right,
Yeah.
7. What do you see your biggest draw of patrons for the restaurant?
Like what brings people?
What brings the most people?
The space and the food.
Okay.
So
Yeah, because the space is really nice.
and also I feel like people are slowly getting to maximize the space.
Space more.
And like, for example, if you go in Dudley right now, you probably see 3 or 4 of your friends.
Probably.
You know, or half of the people.
Well, you know every
them.
time I go in here, I see somebody I
Yeah,
know. Or
exactly.
at least 2 or 3 people
Right.
I know.
And that's my goal.
Yesterday I was there. We were behind the counter working, and the guy walks up to me. I've known Milton Irving since he was a baby.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
And it was Mom.
Right.
One of my parishioners from my church.
Right. Yeah. But that's what I love about it is, at any given time. So that's what we need, the community.
Community.
Right.
Exactly.
You don't want people just passing through, breezing through.
No.
We don't
you
want to
want them to be able to come, sit, communicate, socialize.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. We don't want
And that's
people,
what I see with that
Right.
space.
We don't want people just staying there with their laptop for hours and hours.
No.
You don't see that in our cafe.
No, you don't.
Most cafes, if you go around,
You see
it's
that.
an office.
It is.
It's an office for half of the people there.
That's right.
We don't want that to be an
No,
office.
I don't want to see
Right.
that either.
Right.
I do every now and then. I do see people that are like single people that come in there, business people, and they come in there and they
Yep.
got their laptop, and I'm
Right.
looking. I'm like, well, yeah, you can't do that here. I want to tell them you can't do that here,
Right.
but I know I can't do that either.
Right. I mean, we can't stop people from using whatnot, but it hasn't become that culture,
No.
which is
And
good.
I hope never,
Right.
never. And you know the decor
Right.
of the cafe is wonderful.
Thank you.
I love it.
Thank you.
I really, you've got like that corner that's way over there.
The couch area.
To me is one piece of decor,
Right.
and then you've got the middle,
Right.
which gives it a little bit more of like a, fun thing.
Right,
And
so-
then you've got the
sides,
sides, yeah, with the benches. Or I love that. It's 3 different things, but it all communicates together. It all comes together. And I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. Do you have, oh, see, there we go. Am I in there? I'm looking for me. I don't see me. Now that is the Dudley Cafe, everybody, that's looking at your television screen. That is my favorite place. I love that place. The food is good. The communication's good. You need to come down and bring your friends and have a good time. And believe me, if Biplaw's not there, we'll find him.
I was somewhere in the corner.
Yes, and you're with the telephone.
Right, with the phone on.
Biplaw, it's been great.
Yeah, it's awesome conversation.
I am having so much fun. It's
Yeah.
been a wonderful conversation.
We'll
I
continue in
like-
the future.
Yes, we will, because as you change,
Yep.
and do other things in there.
In 5 years, we'll look back at this video.
Oh, yeah, you'll be looking at it, because see, we're gonna make sure you get a copy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's been great. I love it. I love the Dudley Cafe because I live in there. It's like I'm going in there, people say, well, what happened to you? Yeah, hey, look, I got to move in all the places I need to move to, but Dudley Cafe is my spot. I'm sorry, what's the name of them other people on the corner? They can't have me. They don't have what I want.
Right.
You know. So, Biplaw, thanks for joining me.
Thank you so much. My pleasure.
Oh, God, it's wonderful. Finally.
Finally, we made it.
We made it. The food is good. The communication's good. You need to come down and bring your friends and have a good time. And believe me, if Biplaw's not there, we'll find him.
I was somewhere in the corner.
Yes, and you're with the telephone.
Right, with the phone on.
Biplaw, it's been great.
Yeah, it's awesome conversation.
I am having so much fun. It's
Yeah.
been a wonderful conversation.
We'll continue in the future.
Yes, we will, because as you change,
Yep.
you know, and do other things in there.
In 5 years, we'll look back at this video.
Oh, yeah, you'll be looking at it, because see, we're gonna make sure you get a copy.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's been great. I love it. I love the Dudley Cafe because I live in there. It's like I'm going in there, people say, well, what happened to you? Yeah, hey, look, I got to move in all the places I need to move to, but Dudley Cafe is my spot. I'm sorry, what's the name of them other people on the corner? They can't have me. They don't have what I want.
Right.
You know. So, Biplaw, thanks for joining me.
Thank you so much. My pleasure.
Oh, God, it's wonderful. Finally.
Finally, we made it.
We made it, you know. And now everybody out there knows about the Dudley Cafe. If you didn't hear about it before ever, you know about it now. So come down to 15 Warren Street
Yes.
to the Dudley Cafe and have some good stuff.
Yep.